In this video, I'll guide you through how to integrate Airtable with Salesforce. By the end, you'll have an automation that keeps your data in sync, saves you time, and cuts down on manual copy-paste work between the two platforms. To get started, open an integration tool such as Zapier or Make.com in your browser. These tools act like the bridge between Airtable and Salesforce, letting them talk to each other without you needing to write any code. If you don't already have an account with one of these services, you'll need to sign up and log in. Once you're in, you'll usually land on a dashboard where you can see your existing automations or scenarios and zaps, depending on which tool you're using. Next, create a new automation workflow. Look for a button or link that says something like Create New Zap or New Scenario. Click that to start building your integration from scratch. Think of this workflow as a simple formula. When something happens in Airtable, then something else should happen in Salesforce. Most tools will present this as a step-by-step wizard, so you can follow along without needing to know all the technical details. Now it's time to define what kicks off the process. Select Airtable as the trigger. The trigger is the event that starts the automation. When you choose Airtable, you'll then be prompted to pick a specific trigger event inside Airtable. Common options include when a new record is created in a table, when an existing record is updated, or when a record matches certain conditions. Choose the one that best matches your use case. For example, if you want a new Salesforce lead every time someone fills out a form connected to Airtable, you'd use a new record trigger on the relevant table. After the trigger is set, choose Salesforce as the action app. The action is what you want to happen in response to the trigger event. Once you select Salesforce, you'll see a list of possible actions such as creating a new lead, creating or updating a contact, or updating an existing record. Pick the one that aligns with how you plan to use the data coming from Airtable. This is where you decide how Airtable data will show up inside Salesforce. Before the automation can run, you'll need to connect both accounts. The integration tool will prompt you to sign in to Airtable and Salesforce, or to grant access via an authentication window. Follow the on-screen instructions carefully and make sure you are using accounts that have the right permissions to read and write data. Many tools will let you give each connection a clear name, which makes it easier to manage later if you connect multiple bases or orgs. Once the accounts are connected, you can map Airtable fields to Salesforce objects such as leads or contacts. This is a crucial step. You'll see a list of fields from Salesforce on one side, and you'll choose which Airtable fields should fill those values. For example, map the Airtable name field to the Salesforce full name or first name and last name fields, your Airtable email field to the Salesforce email field, and so on. Take your time here to ensure everything lines up correctly. It helps to have your Airtable base and Salesforce object layouts open in other tabs so you can double check field names and formats. When your field mapping looks right, test and activate the integration. Most tools let you run a test using an existing record from Airtable. Trigger that test and then check Salesforce to confirm the data appears as expected and in the right place. If something looks off, go back, adjust your mappings or trigger conditions, and test again. Once you're happy with the result, turn the automation on. From that point forward, whenever your trigger event happens in Airtable, Salesforce will automatically update according to the workflow you just created. That's all you need to integrate Airtable with Salesforce using an integration tool. With this in place, you can streamline your processes, keep records consistent, and focus more on your work instead of data entry.